Hello, welcome back to Truthseekerstea. My name is Kate, and I am thankful, as always, to have you here watching this pick a card reading today. I'm realizing that they're not centered right now, so I'm just fixing that. But today's pick a card reading, I really wanted to do a reading that's more meant to give you guidance from your spirit guides and my spirit guides about whatever you're going through in your life right now, whatever your current situation is. This could be about a person, a difficult situation with a person, career, friendship, really any sort of situation that you're hoping to get more clarity on and more advice that can hopefully bring you more peace and clarity about how to move forward in this situation. So I have three cards for you to choose from, for you to pick your pile. For pile one, there we have the opalite crystal and the alchemy card. I love this artwork and I love this deck. It is the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. I'm not going to say the names just because I don't want to butcher them. But for pile one, we have the opalite crystal, the alchemy card. For pile two, I believe this is green aventurine. And we have the resistance card. And I would go more off the imagery than what the exact card is saying. It's really meant to be whatever you feel intuitively more drawn to. So for pile three, we have the red jasper crystal and the shame alchemy card. Once again, don't pay too much attention to what it says. It's more about what imagery is really calling to you, what colors are calling to you, what crystal is calling to you. So I'll give you a second to pick your pile. As always, I will have the timestamps linked down below, so you can just go ahead and skip to your pile. Trying to think if there's anything else. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, I do have that open right now. I have the link down below in the description box. But yeah, I think that's all I have. So I'm very excited to get into this for you guys, and I will see you at your pile. Hello, pile one. If you chose the opalite crystal and the alchemy card with this gorgeous queen on here, then this is going to be your reading, where we're going to be looking at getting some advice for your current situation, whatever it might be. So I'm going to start off. I am actually going to use multiple tarot decks. I've been finding that I enjoy getting, each deck is different in the message it gives, even if it's the same card, because the imagery is different. So I'm actually going to be using a few different decks to pull for you guys and get a read into what your current situation is. So Spirit, please have me into pile one. Everyone who chose pile one, what is their current situation? What advice do you have for their current situation? Actually, I'm going to start off, what's the current situation at hand? What is the situation regarding? What is the current situation? We have the world in reverse. King of Swords. All right, Knight of Wands at the back of the deck. All right, pile one. What is the situation that pile one is currently dealing with? Seven of Wands. The Empress in reverse. All right. I feel like you, pile one, have been going through, we have alchemy as your card, and I feel like you've really been stepping up more into your masculine energy, or I feel like you've been learning more about discernment and how to feel confident in your perception and your ideas, your beliefs. I feel like you're someone who, with the Empress in reverse, I feel like you may have not always seen your value, or you may not have always seen your worth, okay? And so I feel like you're kind of in this time period of stepping into your masculine energy and knowing that your opinions and what your needs are and your boundaries really matter. And I feel like that's something that you may be learning recently, or you may be practicing. What else? We have Three of Cups here in reverse. I'm going to scoot this over just to get everything to fit. Yeah, I feel like you're ending a chapter, okay? I feel like there's certain people, or it could be just this one person, that I feel like you may have had a difficult past with them. Yeah, with the Star. Yeah, you are rising right now. Queen of Cups at the back of the deck. I feel like there's some group of people, or potentially just one person. You may be growing out of this group, but I feel like there's an energy of kind of realizing the ways in which people that you've been surrounded by, it could be multiple people, or it could just be like one significant relationship, but it's almost like you're kind of having this, it feels like you're in the phase where, you know, you're kind of starting to see things more clearly, and you're starting to see where people maybe treated you poorly or didn't really see your worth. And I feel like now you're in this time period where you're more ready to be seen, okay? But there could just be that there's people maybe trying to push you down, or sort of aren't really happy that you're stepping into this energy where you are more self-reassured, and maybe you're not giving as much to other people as you may have in the past. Because I feel like you're someone that's different, or you may have been someone who very much stands out, and I feel like some people may have belittled you or made you question yourself throughout your life. But I feel like you're a very powerful person and a very powerful soul in general, and I feel like you're kind of in this time period of realizing it, and I feel like you are putting a chapter to an end where maybe you weren't seeing this as clearly with the Empress in reverse. I'm gonna get some water. Oh my gosh, the song that's coming through is "You Don't Know What It's Like to Be Outside the Crowd, and You Don't Know How It Feels to Be Your Best Friend on the Outside Looking In." Maybe there's people in your life that have always made you feel like you have to get their approval, or they've just never accepted you or something. And I feel like there's just a chapter with these people that you know is coming to an end, but you might just be kind of at your ends with it, or you might just be at this turning point where you're no longer willing to be made small by people. And I feel like you're kind of getting fed up of being the person that is very caring for other people, and empathetic, or having your kindness taken for weakness. What else is pile one going through? We have the weight of the truth. Yeah, and you might be in this feeling of like really recognizing what's really been happening, okay, with a certain friend group or a certain person that's been treating you this way. And I feel like you're coming more into your worth and understanding how people have maybe kind of realizing people that you have only had good intentions for, and people that you have really seen the best in. I feel like you're seeing a truth about them, and I feel like it's really difficult. It's of course emotionally difficult to realize that. What is pile one going through? We have gifts to the portal, the gallery of those who came before. Yeah, and I feel like it's possible that for some time you might have tried to fit in with this group, is kind of what I'm getting. But I feel like the only way you could fit in with this group or this person was to dim your light and dim your truth. You had to play small to fit in with someone, okay? It could have been a specific masculine energy, or it could be a group of people. I'm getting that you've had to, it's like you feel like you've tried to fit in with these people or this person, and it's almost like you're tired of looking for people's acceptance, or not inherently being accepted by people. And I feel like it's something that's really a hard pill to swallow, because I feel like sometimes it's really difficult to realize that the people that you really love and the people you've poured so much energy into potentially aren't able to see this in themselves. And so they may attack this within you, and it may have worked. And so I feel like there's this energy of realizing like who you are, and kind of no longer being willing to be in this chapter where people are treating you this way. And I feel like you're tired of, with gifts to the portal, I feel like you're almost tired of trying to overgive to people, or basically people always putting you in this position where you feel like you have to compensate or something. And there's these people around you that aren't really seeing you for who you are. And you have this star energy, which is beautiful. Yeah, suppression of a star being by the hands unworthy, 100% is what I'm picking up on. And then we have Labyrinth in the back of the deck. And so I feel like there is a lot of confusion you may be going through right now, because it's hard to sort out like whether or not you're crazy or whether or not it is you that's the person that is in the wrong. But I feel like people have perpetually, like there's a scapegoat energy. I feel like people have made you a scapegoat of a friendship, of a relationship, or there's just a feeling here of people wanting you, always kind of being hard on you for something, but it's just because you're different. I feel like you're different from other people, or you may shine brighter. And so I feel like people have always really pushed that down. And I feel like there's this energy of realizing that you're tired of playing into this role of being what people want you to be to get their acceptance, but then realizing that that's actually their own issue, that they're even making you do that. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm picking up on here for you guys. Let's get some more. You know what I want? I'm actually realizing I want a specific deck right now. We'll get advice for you too, but I kind of just wanted to get an understanding of what you're going through or what your current energy is like. Right. I want to get the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. This is like one of my favorite Oracle decks, especially when I was going through situations like this. I feel like this was one of the most helpful decks. And it's like, I feel like I'm seeing with this like caterpillar that's like a little star. Look at all these little stars. Like I feel like you're being represented with this Aquarius energy or this star energy, this energy of someone who truly is deserving, someone who's bright and different and special and not going to fit in with every person. And you may trigger people, or you may have people projecting onto you because they're not comfortable with this difference that you have. And so I feel like there's like this energy of people trying to make you into versions of them, or trying to suppress you from stepping into your unique energy is what I'm picking up on. This is more of the advice portion. I'm gonna actually see if I want anything else as to what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna get some of these Oracle cards. Sorry, you guys, I'm so indecisive. Okay. What's going on with pile one situation? Okay, it says, I forgive myself for betraying who I truly am in order to show loyalty to the vision others have projected onto me. 100%. I choose to believe that although I may risk disappointing others in the process of being true to myself, and the true me is also capable and deserving of both love and acceptance. Yes, I feel like that's 100% what I was picking up on for this reading. So I'm going to actually leave it there for this part of it. And I am going to now get into the advice portion, because I feel like if you would know by now, if this is your pile, this is, you feel like what you're going through with the people around you. But now let's get into your advice, okay? Because I feel like this is more of what's going on in the situation. All right, let's get into now what advice Spirit has for you regarding this situation. What advice do we have for our pile ones that are going through this situation that we just talked about? What advice do we have for pile one? Seven of Swords in reverse, Page of Swords. I'm hearing pay attention to the red flags, or there may be people around you that very much hide their intentions, okay? And so I feel like Spirit's saying stay open to new information that you get about them, because I feel like it could be helpful in bringing you clarity, because you may be confused as to whether or not like you're being rational or not. But I feel like Spirit's saying keep an open mind here. Yeah, we have Strength at the back of the deck as well. We have the Six of Cups coming out, as well as the Ten of Pentacles. There may be people in your life that you've always known, or like some people that you have this like special connection with. And I feel like this could even be family for some of you guys that you may feel this way about. But yeah, because with the Six of Cups and Ten of Pentacles, this definitely could be some sort of family situation that you feel like your family is maybe projecting an image of what they want you to be in life. But I feel like Spirit's saying stay open. Don't lie to yourself. I feel like also the Seven of Swords here, Spirit's saying do not lie to yourself about what you're curious about and what you want to learn and what path you want to follow. And if this isn't like a family situation, it could just be someone that you've known for a long time that may be projecting an image of what they want your path to look like in the future. I feel like it has a lot to do with what you're meant to create in this life and maybe the way that you're going to build your own legacy. We have the Moon and the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, yeah. So I feel like there could be manipulative energies around you with the Magician here. It's like people may be trying to influence you when it comes to what you want to create. But Spirit's saying be careful for manipulative energies that are trying to cause confusion, honestly, about what you're truly curious about or what path you really want to explore. And I feel like Spirit's saying to allow the image of whatever you want for your future to be yours and not put into your head through other people or just also be careful of the people around you and their intentions. But let's get some more. What advice do we have for pile 1? We have becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. Yes. And so I feel like you're getting to a place where you're ready to explore you're becoming brave enough to walk your own path, okay? And you're at this turning point where you don't want to disappoint the people around you and you don't want to lose them, but you're needing to realize that the people in your life that really matter are the ones that are going to support you in your genuine pursuits, and people that are around you that want you to be a version that makes them more comfortable really aren't the best people to have in your life. And the real people will want to support you on your journey to your legacy. Let's get one more of these, please, Spirit, for pile 1. We have time, pressure, and in a rush. Okay. Yeah, and you may feel like there's a pressure or something to know what you want to do. This could even be about career, you guys, for some of you, or like maybe you want to make some sort of decision about what you want your path to look like. But I feel like there's some sort of a manipulative, not on purpose potentially, but someone's projecting their ideas of what success looks like to them onto you is what I'm getting. And you may be feeling like people that you hold really dear to you, even, you may find it hard to differentiate yourself because you don't want to disappoint them or you do want to appease them. And so I feel like with time, pressure, and a rush, I feel like you may be feeling this pressure to become successful or make some sort of decision, but I feel like Spirit's saying to understand that what's for you is not going to miss you. And with resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective, Spirit's saying to stay open to new information, new knowledge, and don't feel like you have to commit to some sort of a path that doesn't feel right to you right away, okay? Because I feel like you may be being pushed down a path that's very much influenced by loved ones or something like that. And there may be fears that are kind of causing you to maybe step out of a version of yourself that is authentic, out of fear of disappointing other people. But Spirit's saying, don't be afraid to slow down and don't convince yourself that these projections of needing to get to a certain degree of success or status is important. I feel like Spirit, that's a message that Spirit is wanting you to hear. Spirit's also saying that the right people will come along that will support your vision for your future. I feel like this has a lot to do with your future and where you want to go with it, or maybe just feeling like you're following in the footsteps of other people around you. This doesn't even have to be family. It could even be friends or just like whatever society has made you feel like is a successful route. I almost feel like that might be something that's influencing you too. Spirit's saying be very careful to not lie to yourself about what you want in life and to follow what your heart is telling you. despite any fears you have, especially coming from other people who may be kind of being a little bit emotionally manipulative with that King of Cups in reverse, or kind of causing you to doubt your feelings for situations. Okay, we have glamour, intrigue, drama. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's some sort of situation around you where people, it's like this energy of a more superficial life where everyone's saying that they're happy and everyone's saying that this is the way you should go in life, like prioritize money or prioritize, again, like status, things like that. It's like living a lifestyle of, sorry, there's a loud noise suddenly coming outside. But I feel like Spirit is saying, don't be pressured into a lifestyle or making decisions that don't feel right to you internally, okay? Because I feel like there may be people around you, again, because we have the Three of Cups in reverse, they may be living a lifestyle that maybe has instant gratification to it or superficial level of happiness, but I feel like Spirit's saying you may be running the risk of convincing yourself that that's something that you fit into more than you really do. So we have magical space clearing time and the past returns for a time. Oh my gosh, and I'm going to take this as well. We have ghost people at the back of the deck, and then collision in beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. Yeah, I feel like there are people around you that simply have a different idea of what success looks like. And I feel like Spirit is saying there may be people from your past, because you're ending a chapter is what it felt like, because the world came out. And so with this magical space clearing time, I feel like Spirit's saying it's time to really clear out people in your life that you feel do not align with you. Whatever is not aligned with you, basically, it needs to go. And I feel like you may already be stepping into a newer version of yourself, but when the past returns for a time in the ghost people, there's almost this energy of, what's the word for that? Peer pressure or something. It's like there's this energy of people that have a peer pressure like attitude. And because they don't stand in their own authentic truth, they may be attracted to you in trying to dim your light or make you feel like you're missing out within this other lifestyle, or come and be just like us, even though it's like an empty promise or it's an empty situation. And when the past returns for a time, this card talks about when people from the past or people that you used to align with, like you were on a different, it's like coming in cycles. So imagining that we'll have one cycle where we deal with people that are just, maybe we were aligned with them because we weren't as sure of ourselves. And so maybe we wanted to fit in, and that's very much aligned with those people's energy. But I feel like if anything, you're in this time period of becoming more confident in your differences. And I feel like you may be tested with these people that are around you, or this relationship where they may look at you and they may project onto you the old version of you, or the old version that maybe used to play small to fit in with them, or the people that didn't believe in you or kind of push down your beliefs. And they may be flashing this lifestyle on you that may be trying to manipulate you basically into feeling like you're down the wrong path, or this person that you're stepping into isn't really who you are. And Spirit's here to say it is who you are. You are changing right now, and you are stepping into a new chapter of your life. One that's going to bring you a lot of happiness and legacy, by the way, with this 10 of Pentacles here. But I feel like Spirit's saying to not get caught up in the fears of the projections of the people around you, because they may act like they're happy. They may act like they have the best path, but every person, I feel like there's so many masks here, by the way. We have like several masks, and the Seven of Swords always reminds me of masks. But I feel like these people really wear a mask and aren't really connected with their authentic truth. And I feel like that's something that they may envy from you, or they may try to shake you out of just because they can, or they maybe could in the past. But I feel like Spirit's saying stay strong within your truth, and do not let these people pressure you. We have pressure here too. Pressure you into feeling differently about your interests, feeling differently about your path, feeling differently about your authentic self-expression. And it's time to make sure that we're leaving these people in the past. Even if we have a lot of memories with them, even if there was a part of us from our past that we do really resonate with and we still have love for them, that's okay. But sometimes people come in seasons and they're not meant to stay, essentially. What other advice do we have for pile 1? And Spirit's saying you are going down the right path. The more you honor your unique self and maybe not fitting in with what other people are doing or what they think success looks like or happiness, the better. Like you're doing, that is your path. That is what you're meant to do. What else does pile 1 need to hear right now? We have thinker here in reverse. We have yang. Yeah, I feel like Spirit's saying, don't let these people get into your head and cause you to second guess yourself. We have yang here, which is that masculine energy that I was talking about. And I've been feeling like this card wants to come out because we have loyal heart in reverse. And that's telling me, make sure you don't misplace loyalties to people who don't show you the same sense of loyalty, because I feel like you have a really big heart, but I feel like the yang energy is all about protecting yourself and protecting your dreams, and it's not about pleasing people, you know? And so I feel like Spirit's saying, don't let them cause you second guess yourself because of a misplaced loyalty to people. And just because there may be familiarity around people doesn't mean that they're who you should listen to. We also have messages in a bottle, which talks about making sure that you're very aware of looking at red flags. And that was kind of like the first thing I was getting with the 7 of Swords in reverse and the Page of Swords. Spirit's saying, even if you're familiar with these people and you have a history with these people or this person, whoever this is, that you feel like you maybe have been you've been moving out of a version that aligned with whoever this is or whoever they are. Spirit's saying, look, keep your eyes open for the red flags. Keep your eyes open for what Spirit's showing you about these people, and don't let yourself be guilt-tripped or made to feel small again by these people, because we have round and round back of the deck, and I feel like this is like a karmic loop that you are moving on from, but you may just be feeling right now, like maybe why you want advice on it is because maybe a part of you is still feeling loyal to these people, maybe a part of you is still wanting to please these people, maybe a part of your self-worth is still wrapped up in this person or these people, and Spirit's saying that stay strong on your path, and this season is coming to an end, but it is up to you to integrate these lessons of boundaries and this masculine energy of stepping into having your boundaries and not allowing your self-expression to be impacted by other people. And like, it's all about our solar plexus chakra, which is how we see ourselves and how we present ourselves to the world. And when sometimes we have a weaker solar plexus chakra, we can tend to get our validation from other people or from how they're viewing us. And I feel like there's a threat of potentially these people or person sometimes returning to trigger you into an older version of yourself. But Spirit's saying to stay strong in what changes you've been making and understand that all you have to do is stay in your own energy. Don't let these people or this person shake you up, and stay strong in who you are, because they'll always be coming around. It's like the faceless ghost and the haunted girl. It's this energy of these people that are not really authentic and are somewhat superficial, coming around to try to get you out of your energy. And I feel like Spirit's saying stay strong and be open to manipulation, be open to seeing that, because I feel like there's an essence of that here. So yeah, I'm going to get you a couple more oracle cards. I really love these oracle cards, by the way. They're like the love your ego, love yourself. It says love yourself edition. I've literally like started with one and then I just bought all 4 of them. I think there's actually 5, but they're really incredible. They look like this if you guys ever want to Google them and like look into these, but they've been helping me. I love them. I love the messages on them. So anyways, let's see what you get. Pile 1. What energy is pile 1 stepping out of and moving into? It says, I forgive myself for not pursuing what I truly desire just because I do not know how to get there. And I choose to believe that when I make an effort to decide what I want and commit to fulfilling my desires, the most effortless path will gradually appear. And I also feel like there's this energy again of like with this time pressure, you may have people around you that are achieving certain things, or you know, their external results are already here, but I feel like you're walking this internal path of making your internal truth a reality. And Spirit's saying the reason why it isn't a clear path is because you're walking a unique path. And so Spirit's saying, don't let this discourage you. And I feel like the Page of Wands there too is like, stay open to your interests, stay open to seeing the next path, and don't feel pressured into a different path because you're not seeing instant results. It's that this path is meant to be longer, and you're meant to you're meant to stay on the path. You're meant to commit yourself to a certain path that is potentially not going to show results immediately, but is in the long term going to bring you a lot of abundance and happiness. I forgive myself for choosing instant gratification over long-term fulfillment. And I feel like that's what this group of people do also. And I feel like sometimes you may relapse and like go back to these people, because I do feel like there is an instant gratification element of this person or these people that you maybe have been friends with or had relationships with, or a workplace, whatever it is. But the essence of what Spirit is wanting to push you into is, I choose to believe that it is in those pauses between reliving experiences. Relieving, sorry. I choose to believe that it is in those pauses between relieving experiences that I'm able to find the internal validation that allows me to reach the experience of greater fulfillment. And so I feel like what Spirit is saying is that, yeah, there is some instant gratification to the way that these people live their life and to that kind of lifestyle, but I feel like you're being pulled in another direction, and Spirit's really calling you to not feel rushed or feel like you're behind or feel like you shouldn't pursue the authentic and long path because you don't know how to get there. And they're trying to help push you in a direction of not falling into this trap, because you're not going to be happy there is kind of what I'm getting. Yes, it says, I forgive myself for taking the safe path others have suggested instead of trusting my own unique journey. I choose to believe that I am exactly where I need to be, and it is never too late to begin exploring the spaces in which I feel most vibrant and free. Amen. Literally, this is, if you had to screenshot one thing, I feel like it would be like this, because I feel like Spirit's saying you may be feeling like it's too late or you should have achieved more, but Spirit's saying that is just simply not the case. I'm going to get one more from this deck. Isn't this deck great though? I'm like obsessed with it. All right, one more message for pile one. What does pile one really need to hear right now? Beautiful. You may have a vision of what you want to create, and Spirit is saying like it is going to be successful, but there is a need to believe in yourself, okay? Believe in your dreams, believe in it, and keep following the signs. Your last message is, I forgive myself for needing others to accept my vision before I feel it is safe to move forward. Again, I feel like there are a lot of people, there are people or society or something around you where you just feel like maybe your differences and like your less like traditional route that would truly make you happy. You feel like you may need the acceptance of someone else to follow that. But I'm just going to read the next part of it. It says, I choose to believe that once I've cultivated the self-trust and courage necessary to pursue my vision and begin creating, celebration of my creation will follow naturally. 100%, 100%. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for you, pile one. Keep going on your path. Keep going in your authenticity and your individuality, and understand there are always going to be people that are on a different path or don't see the value in your path. And there's a need to not let other people's paths pressure you into questioning yours, because we're all in a different timeline, and what's in store for you is beautiful. Okay. So if this resonated with you guys, please do hit the like button. It really supports my channel. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And if you want to comment, I love to read your guys' comments. So thank you so much for spending this time watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hello, pile two. If you chose the green aventurine crystal and the resistance card, this woman with many arms, then this is going to be your reading about the advice you need on your current situation, whatever situation that might be, whether it is regarding career, love, family, friends, anything like that. We're just going to be looking into what your current situation is and what advice Spirit has for you to give you more clarity and confidence moving forward in the situation. So thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to do this. I really enjoyed pile one, so let's get into it. All right, so for pile two, Spirit, what is the current situation going on with pile two? What current situation is pile two thinking about? We have Four of Cups here. The Hierophant, King of Swords in reverse. Okay. Perhaps not knowing what path to follow, what decision to make, but I don't want to jump the gun on this. Let me just get some more cards out. I'm using different decks. I've been finding this to be entertaining for me, so that's why I'm doing that. All right, what situation is pile two currently in or going through? Empress in reverse. What situation is pile, oh my gosh. What situation is pile 2 currently going through? Queen of Wands in reverse. Page of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Forgot to look what's at the back of the deck. 6 of Wands here. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. I feel like you're not feeling seen in your current situation right now. I feel like there's a situation where you may just be feeling like you're not being seen. And you may be frustrated, honestly, with this Queen of Wands and the Empress. You may be feeling like someone isn't providing you with what you need, or you may just be dissatisfied with some sort of opportunity or some sort of relationship or some situation that you just don't feel like you're getting what you deserve out of it. Yeah, so I may have butchered the meaning in the beginning, but let's get a couple more. What's the current situation pile 2 is going through? 9 of Swords. The Hierophant in reverse. Knight of Cups. Page of Cups in reverse. Let me get one more for you guys. One more for pile 2 as to what they're going through. 6 of Cups. 5 of Swords really wanted to come out. I saw it at the back of the deck. All right. Okay, yeah. I feel like, hang on. Let me just get these out. I feel like you're very much not feeling emotionally validated by a certain situation in your life. You may be feeling even rejected, or you may be feeling like you're not getting the love you deserve. You feel that you're not getting the love you deserve in a situation. Yeah. Eight of Swords. And you may be feeling stuck in it. It's like you're in some sort of dissatisfying situation is what I'm picking up on. You're not feeling like this. It could be a connection. Either I would say this feels like a relationship that you haven't been feeling is emotionally fulfilling, or a job that isn't emotionally fulfilling. It's some sort of connection you have, something that is just not fulfilling. For some of you guys, it could be a marriage with the Hierophant here. You may be wanting out of a certain situation, but you don't know how to make that happen. You want this person. I feel like it's a person for a lot of you guys. But you want to be offered more. The only other way I could see this is if you've been in a job for a long time and you're committed to like a certain job and you're just feeling like you're not getting the recognition, you're not getting the support, you're not getting the rewards from this job that you really want. You're feeling like your inner child is very much not being nurtured in this situation. You may be nostalgic of the past right now and just feeling very much like you're missing a time period in your life where you felt a lot more happy and emotionally fulfilled and free and alive almost. Because I feel like with this Four of Cups being the first card, it's almost like there's this feeling of not enjoying whatever situation this is. You just do not feel that it is fulfilling for you. There may even be this energy where you and this other party, whether it's a person or like a job or something, it's like you feel like you guys aren't on the same team, and you feel like this may be causing anger for you. It may be very frustrating, the situation. You may want an apology from someone. You may want more recognition. That's what I'm really getting. And I feel like you're just wondering when a better day is going to come. It's like this energy of, how do I change the situation? I feel kind of stuck in this situation. I'm not happy, but I still want more out of this person. And with this King of Swords here, this could be the person we're talking about. It could be someone, who's very much stuck in their own ways. Someone, this could be a boss. It's either like a boss or a person is what I'm getting. Where this person is very much not open to your feedback, doesn't give you much emotional communication, or maybe you don't feel very seen by this person. and maybe someone you're in a commitment to, and it's like you maybe have to subscribe to their way of seeing things, and you maybe just feel very tired of it, and you may just feel like you're wishing that things were like they were in the olden days, but there's a feeling here of just not being happy, okay? Not being happy in your current life situation. All right, I'm gonna get some more oracle cards just to look at the current situation. You may be anxious though, is kind of what I'm getting. You may be feeling like, it's almost like you're not happy with what you're in, but you also are not happy with how to get out of it. It's like you feel like this is a lose-lose situation. And I feel like you're kind of just hoping that this person will change or the situation will change. For some of you, I'm wondering if you may have even had a separation from someone. For some of you guys, it's hard to tell whether or not this is a relationship where either you are very dissatisfied while you're in it, or it may even be that either you don't want to separate because that doesn't sound like a good option, but being in the relationship isn't also good, or maybe you guys have already separated and you're just not really happy with that, and you may want this person to express more love to you or apologize. You may want reconciliation with this person because you're feeling angry and underappreciated by them too. So I'm definitely picking that up as well. Either way, you're not happy with the way things are, and you're not feeling like there's a good option being offered to you as to how to bring more happiness and fulfillment in your life. What else for pile 2? We have justice in reverse. Yeah, you definitely feel like there's been some injustice. You feel like you're not getting what you deserve. And you feel like another party or a person it owes you something, owes you recognition, owes you an opportunity, owes you an offering. Reconciliation, we have labyrinth. You may be very in your head about this situation, and maybe something that keeps you up at night, something that you're overthinking a lot right now too. Or maybe not just necessarily overthinking in a bad way. It's more just like it has a lot of your mental energy, and it's draining, it's confusing. You could go on and on. I feel like if someone asks you about the situation, like this could be a 5-hour conversation as to like what you feel about the situation, because there's like twists and turns and contradicting feelings that you have, and it's like you just want this solution but you feel like it's not working. We have gifts to the portal. Yeah, you feel like you've put in some sort of work to a situation, you've given your fair share, you feel like you are waiting on your efforts being rewarded. Left out to the wolves. Yeah, so it could even be that this person either has emotionally abandoned you in the relationship, or you may feel like after everything you've given to this person, after everything you've been through with this person, you feel like they may be cutting you out of your life. You just feel abandoned by someone that you feel owes you an apology, you didn't deserve that. And this person, I am honestly getting this could be a separation situation. Yeah. You just feel like you have gotten the short end of the stick here. The gallery of those that came before as well here. We also have puppet here. You may have felt like you very much, you know what? I kind of feel like you may have sacrificed for this connection, like this connection or situation, job situation too. I could also see this as a situation where you didn't get a promotion or something, like, or it's a situation where you've been waiting on someone that I feel like you put a lot of effort into, and I feel like you have, with gallery of those that came before, you may have even been somewhat sacrificing yourself in order to get this reward with someone. And so I feel like there's this energy of feeling like you've done everything right, you've done exactly what they would have wanted, you feel like you've put in more than enough effort towards this, and you're still not getting the result that you want, and you're just feeling very apathetic, disappointed, rejected even, and just feeling like it's unfair, the situation overall. So yeah, so let's go now. Let's look at the advice that Spirit has for the situation for you. Definitely feels like that's going to be more helpful. And with resistance here, there may be resistance to a certain separation or ending, or yeah, something like that. And you may just be having a hard time letting it go, or you may be feeling like this person, it's like this energy of I've given too much to this to just like cut my losses, but we'll see what Spirit has to say. So Spirit, what advice do you have for our pile twos, the people that are resonating with this current situation? What advice, what do they need to hear about the situation? Page of Cups. Judgment. Queen of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Queen of Cups back of the deck. What advice do we have? I just saw the Nine of Cups. What advice do we have for our pile twos? The Magician. The Knight of Wands as well. Okay, I'm definitely getting a message here. I'm going to get a couple more cards for you, some oracle cards now. Good, blessed in reverse, mending in reverse. Advice we have for pile twos. Regeneration, yeah, I'm definitely picking up on this message for you guys. Okay, what deck do I want? Count your blessings. Yes, I am getting this energy really strong. Okay. That's too many. That is too many. Too many. But I did get the message from that. Back off as well. Okay. An important end and a new beginning at the end of the deck. Okay, so I feel like what Spirit is saying right now, the message I'm getting is that I feel like a situation from the past with this mending here in reverse has been so disappointing and destabilizing for you that I feel like it's now kind of sabotaging your ability to accept blessings from the divine and to manifest a better future for yourself, okay? I feel like what Spirit is saying is that with this Page of Cups energy here, I feel like Spirit is wanting to give you new opportunities. It's almost like this energy of being closed off to new opportunities for love, or there's the energy of you feeling like that's what you're missing, or you're feeling like very apathetic and very much dissatisfied and feeling wronged and feeling like you've gotten the short end of the stick, basically. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is sometimes there's a need to surrender to our circumstances with the Hangman, and understand that we have to figure out the lesson in situations, okay? And I feel like with resistance here, there may be a resistance to learning a certain lesson or seeing the truth of a situation, because I almost feel like Spirit's saying with the Hangman here, I almost feel like there's a part of you that is staying stuck in an energy of feeling like you're not blessed, or feeling like, you know, good things aren't coming to you. But Spirit's saying with the Magician here, it's in your hands. You know what I mean? There's a need to move into the Magician's energy and take action towards what you want to manifest. And I feel like Spirit's saying you may be kind of waiting for your blessings to come to you, but not doing anything to shift your energy so you can open doors for more blessings, if that makes sense. And so I feel like with this Queen of Pentacles here in reverse, there's an energy of feeling like there's a lack of abundance for you. And I feel like with this regeneration, there's a need to understand that this judgment energy and this energy of self-healing and understanding whatever hurt you about the situation is really important. And it's not a step we can skip in the healing process to get to our blessings. So with the Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch, we also have Count Your Blessings here. I almost want to just read you this one because it's very much on point with what I'm picking up on. So, all right. So it says, something that is a blessing is being overlooked. It appears to be cloaked and seems almost invisible to you. You must stay in your field, that is to say, your life, and look around you and see all that has been given to you again, and give thanks for it. You're forgetting how much you truly have and how much you will have again and again. My time is the harvest. It is now your time to bring in or harvest the joy and love of what you have so much of and share your abundance. Sometimes something precious is all about you, but it has become so familiar you can barely see it anymore. It is such a fixture in your life that familiarity has bred, if not contempt, a kind of blindness. The beautiful little girl ghost in the pumpkin patch asks you very gently to see the abundance all around you and to appreciate that while you are in the physical form, there is so much you can enjoy. She wishes for you to harvest what is yours now and to also take steps to call in any debts. There can be outstanding money issues associated with this card and share the bounty. Don't let anyone cheat you and know that you don't own a single thing in truth. It will all pass through your hands. Still, ironically, these things you have earned through hard work are worth protecting. They are not small. They're not ordinary. You have more material wealth than you think. So please do count your blessings every day. Yeah, I feel like there's this issue with some person or someone that has very much stood in the way of your blessing is kind of what I'm getting. And I feel like with this back off energy, it's like Spirit's saying, you're so in the right to put in boundaries and to say it like it is to whatever this person is. But I feel like there may be a part of you that's kind of holding in resentment for the situation and anger towards it. And I feel like it's getting in the way of how abundant you feel within your life. And I feel like Spirit's saying to not let this one situation make you feel like that will continue or make you feel like you're not a blessed person. Because I feel like if anything, it's more a lesson on this one situation and a need to very much like say, if something was wrong, if someone wronged you, that's not okay, and I feel like there's a need to understand you have the right to very much put up a harsh, like, look at her face. Like, I feel like this is how you feel about someone. And I feel like Spirit's saying it is your right to put in those boundaries, but Spirit's also saying that don't make this situation something that deteriorates your joy with other things in your life and other blessings. And because the Four of Cups is a card where, because you feel this energy of dissatisfaction, it's like someone's offering this cup and you're not seeing the value in it because you may be focused on the situation or you may be focused on how you've been wronged in the situation. And I feel like Spirit's saying it's time to surrender the situation. It's time to learn what you needed to learn from it. Make a judgment call on those other people, but definitely don't just keep holding on to the situation because it's preventing you from regenerating and continuing to bring in more blessings in your life. I feel like you're someone who's very blessed. We have the Magician here, the Knight of Wands. You're someone who's very capable of creating what you desire in life. And I feel like there's been a speed bump or a hiccup in your life or a relationship that really took from you and a situation where you got the short end of the stick. But Spirit's also saying, don't let that be your new lens in which you see the world and you see yourself. Because I feel like you are someone who's meant to be very abundant, and I feel like you are in other ways. And I almost feel like Spirit's saying there's a need to look at the situation for what it is, put in the boundaries you need to put in, but then also surrender it and let go and understand that this is not a reflection of your life and this is not a reflection of what you'll get in your life from other people or situations moving forward. I hope that makes sense, you guys. And I know it's like a harder lesson because I totally understand this energy that you're in where it just feels like honestly really crappy when you just feel like you haven't gotten what you deserve, But I feel like it's, if anything, Spirit's saying it's a lesson to cut off anyone that took advantage of you, anybody that did that, and mend the part of yourself that maybe whatever messages this gave you about yourself, whatever messages you're holding on to, whatever emotions, anger, regrets, feelings of anger, really. There's a lot of anger here, I feel like, and this feeling that someone can hold blessings away from you. And Spirit's saying that that isn't the case, and you're meant to regenerate from the situation, but it does require honest spiritual awakening and truth brought to the situation and surrender, so you can step back in this magician energy where you're taking action towards the things that are going to bring more blessings in your life, and not kind of feeling stuck or feeling pigeonholed into this idea that trying not to form an identity with the lack mentality of someone wronging you, you know what I mean? Or someone giving you the short end of the stick. All right. What advice does pile 2 most need to hear right now? I love these decks, by the way. The Self-Forgiveness Oracle deck, Love Yourself Edition. If you guys are interested, just Google it. You'll find it's on Etsy. It's really a great deck. But what does pile 2, what messages does pile 2 need? True. I feel this. It says, I forgive myself for taking on other people's challenges before I faced my own and handled my own. I choose to believe that when I honor my ability to care for myself, I support in others the potential to do the same. Yeah. And I feel like there is some sort of situation that you drained yourself on by giving and giving and giving. And it's completely understandable the way that you're feeling. But it is also an energy that you don't deserve to be in, and also an energy that I hope you can bring yourself out of, because, you know, and so with judgment here, there is almost a need with what Spirit's saying is there's a need to understand maybe how the situation unfolded. Of course, to put in boundaries with people like this again, or situations like this again, but there is a need to understand your limits when you're giving, and make sure that you're not giving from a place where you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you know, fill your own cup up first. And we do have the Queen of Cups here at the back of the deck, which just makes me feel like you are a very giving person. And I'm not at all trying to imply that you're someone who is not grateful. It's, I feel like some sort of situation has honestly not given you what you deserved, but I also feel like it's a lesson in you understanding where perhaps it's time to reel in your own energy and be cautious of other people who may be trying to take advantage of that. What else does pile 2 most need to hear? I forgive myself for engaging in decisions that have created unhelpful patterns. I choose to believe that I do not need to prove I was right to have chosen in the first place, as every experience has gifted me with a deeper understanding of myself. Yeah, and there is this feeling of having a lot of regret for the situation, maybe beating yourself up, and then because you're beating yourself up, maybe you want to, I was about to say you want to beat up the other person, maybe literally, but it's almost like this energy of just so much regret for this situation. And I feel like Spirit is really wanting to give you, number one, a hug and tell you that this situation does have lessons in it, and it does have abundance. It's a blessing in disguise always when we get the short end of the stick and when we aren't appreciated, because it's an opportunity for us to learn where we've been overgiving, learn where we need to protect our energy better, and understand that it's okay that you not messed up, but that maybe you didn't do that as strongly in the past, but you have an opportunity to do it now. And don't let that stop you from moving forward because you feel regret over the situation and you don't know who to blame, you know? What else for pile 2? I forgive myself for not sharing what I believe is true out of fear of how it may be perceived for it. I choose to believe that my opinion is valuable, and the exploration of multiple perspectives allows for a collective experience of a greater clarity and fulfillment. Yeah, and I feel like there's some situation where you may have allowed yourself to not speak up in situations, or you may, almost what I'm getting, this isn't necessarily your situation, but it's like the energy of maybe feel like, I'm almost imagining I'm just going to give a marriage example. Let's say that you are in a marriage and someone is not doing their share of the chores, okay? And in order to seem like you're someone that's helpful and you want this person to see you as someone that's helpful, that doesn't complain, you don't speak up in a moment where you really needed to say, I am feeling a little bit like I'm giving too much, I'm doing too much, and I would really appreciate, if you could do more of this task, but I almost feel like maybe in the past you kind of didn't speak up when things weren't fair for you, and then maybe you were just hoping that it would kind of equal out at some point, but then you kind of just gave yourself the short end of the stick because, it's our responsibility to speak up for our needs and our boundaries. And if we don't do it, yes, in the end, we should still cut them off and be like, that sucks that you're like that. But we always have to go back to what could have I done better in the past? And how can I make this a blessing and not just see this as something that went wrong and something that, I just lost from, basically. I just spat on the card, sorry. Okay, let's get one more of these cards. And if you guys are listening, I definitely appreciate you and think that's amazing, because I know this isn't an easy situation to hear about, or in a situation where you've been wronged and you have to then look at yourself and be like, yeah, that person sucked, but I always have to take self-accountability and understand that it takes two for a situation to unfold. And sometimes even when we are the overgiving one, we are the one that's deserving of recognition and things. Sometimes it's a lesson of the world doesn't work that way. And maybe it is showing that perhaps we are being overgiving, or we're not being authentic to our feelings, or we are giving in hopes of getting. There's different things that we can kind of learn from these situations, even when it looks like on the surface we had nothing to do with it, because we had good intentions. But it's sometimes we have to be responsible for our boundaries and our needs and them not being met, What else for pile 2? One more card, please, for pile 2. And Spirit's saying, you will regenerate from this, and there's abundance to be regenerated from. Oh my gosh, this is 100% how I'm feeling about the situation. I hope you guys have stayed to this point, because this is so relevant. It says, I forgive myself for staying in places I no longer belong just because I've invested so much time, energy, and love already. I'm sorry, but that is the energy. 100%. And I'm so sorry you've been through this. I know it sucks. I know it sucks so much to feel, like you're just waiting to get your piece of the pie because you've already given so much. But anyways, it says, I choose to believe that changing my mind is a superpower, and I benefit from each experience I invest in simply by gaining greater strength and clearer perspective. Yeah, and so you have learned from this, and I feel like there is a need to make a decision once and for all, whether or not, there may be a need to really cut the situation off from your life if you haven't already done that, and you may be holding on to it because you're waiting to get your share, right? But I feel like Spirit's saying this is a lesson, and I feel like Spirit is giving you the advice to take action towards different desires and don't stay stuck here. Please do not stay stuck here, because I feel like you're meant to regenerate outside of this. And with back off, if this person has pissed you off, or this group or whatever it is, put those boundaries. It will feel so good when you finally walk away from the situation. I kid you not, it will feel so good. Because it's not fair that you're being held in this. You have so much to give as a person. It's not fair that a situation is putting you in this energy of not feeling blessed, because you deserve to be blessed. If you're willing to put energy in like that, you deserve another group, another person to give you that same energy back. And do not give up on that, and do not keep fighting for a situation, that really isn't helping you get back your strength and your energy. And understand there's a lesson to be learned in this situation, even if it really sucks. And I also had an important end and a new beginning also. So I do feel like ending this would bring you, especially if you do that reflection on it and decide to not make those same decisions, I really feel like you're going to be in a much better place to manifest more abundance in your life, okay? I'm so sorry that you guys have had to go through a situation, a person, a group, a job, whatever it was that was like this. And I just want you to know that you were never meant to be punished by it, and Spirit doesn't want to see you losing hope or losing your kind-hearted nature because someone's taken. And Spirit is hoping you can stand up and rise and put those boundaries in with people and make sure your needs are getting met first. So yeah, if this resonated, please do hit the like button. It really supports my channel, and I really appreciate every single person that does that. Make sure you follow me so you see my future posts, and subscribe. And if you want to leave a comment, I do love reading your guys' comments. But without anything else, thank you so much for watching this video. I know this is a really tough situation for you, but I thank you for getting to this part of the video, and I wish you the best of luck in this situation. And you deserve better than this, and I hope you claim it for yourself. All right, have a great rest of your day. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the red jasper crystal and this beautiful card, then this is going to be your reading where we're going to be giving you advice on your current situation, whatever it might be. This really can be about anything. It could be about career, a job, family, a relationship, anything that's going on in your life, friends as well. I'm so thankful to have you here. I've really been enjoying these readings, so thank you so much for clicking on this video. I felt like we were able to get a lot of value in the last two piles, so very excited to get into your reading as well. So the way I've been doing it is I have been just tapping into your current situation and kind of just making sure I understand what the situation is, describing it back to you. And then the second part will be getting you advice on your situation and hopefully give you more clarity, more peace moving forward, and more light to your situation that may be confusing for you, something where you really feel like you need some guidance right now. So for pile 3, what situation is pile 3 currently in? We have the King of Swords coming out first, the 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups in reverse, what else? What's going on in pile 2 situation? The High Priestess in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. Don't know why I just said that so high pitched. But I'm going to get one more from this deck as well. What's going on in pile 2's current situation? 6 of Cups. Okay. So I've been using different decks. I don't know. It's been kind of fun to use different decks because you get different artwork with the different decks. And I just find that it gives me a more balanced reading. Yeah. All right. So this is going to be the last pile I'll draw from, and then I'll start channeling this message or what I'm perceiving as going on with you. What's going on? Did I say pile 2? Have I been saying pile 2? Pile 3. What's going on in pile 3 situation? We have the World in reverse. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely picking up on this here. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, you guys, pile 2. I feel for you guys, pile 2. High Priestess. Okay. 10 of Cups in reverse. There's been some sort of disappointing person or relationship in your life that really just did not end up the way that you thought it was going to, okay? And so I feel like you're in this place of just really feeling down on yourself for this, feeling maybe like you didn't listen to your guidance is what I'm getting with the High Priestess in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. It's almost like you feel like you may have gotten yourself into a situation with this person, or you may have really given your heart to them. You may have really given a lot to someone in your life, and you're getting to a point where it's hard to move on from this person because they've left you out in the cold. So someone has very much not opened up to you emotionally in the way that you were hoping is what I'm getting. And I'm getting that you may have gone against what your intuition was telling you or what other people are telling you, what your guidance was telling you because you believed in this. You believed in this. You may have felt like this is a soulmate connection with someone. You may have been hoping for reconciliation. You may still be, but there's just someone here that it's really hard for you to get over with this world. You just feel like there's a lack of closure with this person, with this King of Swords here. And it's someone that never came through for you in the way you hoped that they would. And so there's a sense of being left out in the cold, left out in disappointment, and waiting for this person. Maybe you had been waiting for them to be who you thought they were, honestly. And I feel like they ended up not giving back to you. You know, you may have given a lot to this person, and then it's like now you're in this low state where I feel like you're wishing that this person would come through and show you some love, right? But I feel like this person hasn't done that. And it's kind of devastating for you a little bit, honestly. And it's like with the 10 of Cups, you may have had a lot of hopes for this person. You may have had a lot of hopes about this, and you just may feel like you weren't listening. You may just feel like you were really misled by who this person was or what you thought about them. Yeah, we have the Moon here. That's what I'm getting, is this energy of wondering if you're confused about this person too. There's an energy here of like, was I confused this entire relationship? Like, did I even know this person? There's an energy here of feeling stupid or feeling bad about your actions. And I just want to say, like, there is no shame or no need to beat yourself up over this. Being someone who's very loving and giving love is not something to be ashamed of. And if this person wasn't able to reciprocate that, that really says nothing about you, okay? And I feel like you need to hear that message. And so I also feel like now you're in this energy of trying to decipher through your intuition, and you may be really trying to like go through the mud and go through the water of this connection, try to figure out what it really was and what the truth of it was. Where did you not listen to your intuition? Where did you feel like you maybe even felt like you were being guided to this person, or this person was a soulmate? You may have really been with the Hierophant here, but in the reverse position, it's like there's an energy of feeling called to this person and drawn to them. And I want to say, first off, sometimes we are drawn to people that end up teaching us difficult lessons. And it doesn't mean that you messed up, or it doesn't mean that you made the wrong decision, or that it's a shameful thing here. And this person either rejecting you or not coming through with the reciprocation that you were wishing for means nothing about you. But I guess I'm getting into the guidance aspect. But I would say the overall situation I'm picking up on is this situation that's left you feeling very confused, lost, maybe even hurt your self-esteem, made you question yourself and question your ability to read people and read situations. And there was just a lot of confusion here. Fear that the light will bring judgment. Repopulation in reverse. Yeah, and you may be staying in the dark of the situation. It's almost like you're holding on. It's hard for you to let go of the situation, or I feel like the situation's really taking a toll on you, where it's hard for you to just move on. You may even feel somewhat, labyrinth here. This person's caused you so much confusion. You've been so confused figuring this out. And there's all these hands in front of their eyes and like their ears, and just almost not even wanting to look at this. But I feel like what Spirit is saying is there is truth about this situation that will bring you peace and closure and help you build a new path for yourself. And there's a need to not fear the truth of the situation, because it's nothing as scary as you're making it, I almost feel like. Yeah, we have love grows love in reverse. Aw. I really feel like there's someone that you gave a lot of love to, and you really thought maybe you could heal them, change them. You thought you maybe held on to someone because you felt like if you just gave them enough love, they would reciprocate to you. And we also have everything you need too soon. And so it could have just been that this person, I feel like you've had to learn the hard lesson of we can't change people, and, we can't really... And you may just be beating yourself up for this whole situation. And that's kind of what I'm picking up on. I feel like you are feeling stupid, or like you made bad decisions, or you just feel like, where did I go wrong? I'm so confused. I thought I was doing a good thing here. I thought this was the right thing. But it's just turned into something messy and confusing and not satisfying. And so I'm very excited to get into, if this resonates for you guys, let's get into some guidance now. I guess I don't really need to call out the situation anymore, but let's get into some guidance for you guys for this connection, or what you really need to hear that will be helpful for you in navigating the situation. Yeah. All right, what is the advice for pile 3 here? What advice does pile 3 really need to hear about this? I'm hearing you're beautiful, by the way. We have 5 of Cups here in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay. 5 of Wands at the back of the deck. There may have been some drama in this situation. I just feel like this is a situation you meant to go so differently with this person. But I feel like what Spirit is saying, I feel like Spirit is, you may even want to try to make the situation better, or you may be still feeling like you're responsible for getting on better terms with this person. They may have even said something to you that like hurt your feelings, because I feel like all you really wanted for this other person is to be loving with them. But I just feel like you may feel like this person got the wrong impression of you, and you may even still just be feeling haunted by that. Haunted by what went wrong here with this Five of Cups, really haunted by what didn't happen and what could have been if you just had did something differently or something like that. But there's this energy of very much Spirit saying to not let yourself burn yourself out on dedication. I feel like you're so dedicated to this person in this situation, but I feel like it's giving you a headache, and I feel like it's leading you to a lack of closure further. And so I feel like the first thing Spirit's wanting to tell you is you don't worry so much about what happened and maybe what went wrong and the regrets you have. There's a strong message of needing to engage in self-love and healing from the situation, even if you guys didn't end up on the best terms. But with Eight of Cups here in reverse and the Four of Swords here, you may be blocking yourself from healing and finding a new path because you're still very much confused about the situation or dedicated to fixing it or something like that. I'm going to get you some more Oracle cards. It's a hard situation for you to walk away from. It's like I feel like you've already invested a lot of your energy and time into it. And so I feel like there's a lot of energy of what you wanted this situation to be and really feeling disappointed with it not turning out that way. Having been so dedicated. We have co-create in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're very dedicated to an outcome. I feel like what Spirit's trying to tell you is this situation was not for you, and the reason why this situation didn't work out for you is we have time to go also, and truth be told. There's a part of you that's having a hard time conceptualizing this person as selfish, or it's like your bubble's been popped of how you perceive this person. And I feel like what you're feeling like is that your happiness is being taken away from you, or it's like you don't understand what you did to deserve this situation. But what Spirit's trying to tell you is that Spirit's always bringing you the situation that is going to bring you the most fulfillment and happiness. And Spirit is trying to tell you that, yes, you thought that this would be that situation. Yes, you were very dedicated to it. But unfortunately, it was a situation that didn't actually have value underneath for you. And I feel like you probably never even knew this person. Like, you may just have a hard time seeing this person clearly is what I'm getting. Or you may be feeling like the treasure that you're looking for is in this person. But Spirit is saying that this person is not someone that would have been for your highest good or would have even brought you happiness. Like, let's say this person decided to be in a relationship with you. It would have only brought you more pain and not the best thing in life. And so this was a rejection, divine protection situation where Spirit is saying, understand that if something didn't go your way, you shouldn't keep fighting for it, because Spirit has a way of guiding you to the right thing. And with co-create being in reverse here, I feel like there's a part of you that feels like something went wrong, or you may be blaming yourself for something in the situation. But the truth of the situation is that it wasn't right for you, and it wasn't going to bring you what you thought it was. And a lot of times we can project out. It's like we have a desire for something, right? We have a desire to be loved and to be loved by people and have relationships that are happy, and even romantic relationships. It's like we have that desire, and sometimes we attach that desire to an outcome that we created in our minds that isn't really in touch with reality of how it would actually be if it happened that way, right? And so sometimes Spirit's always aware of what we want, and the universe is always aware of what we want. And so Spirit sometimes has to put us through difficult situations because we got so caught up on an idea or a person. But Spirit's trying to tell you that you're the person that thought that this was going to be abundance for you. And we've seen the bigger picture the whole time, and we know that it wasn't going to. And so we need you to heal from this and to understand that your happiness is to be found somewhere else. And what you're looking for was never here. But it's hard to see that sometimes. It's hard to see the truth of a situation, especially with all that glitters, because we see something as different than what it is, right? And sometimes we have to accept that even if we never had the opportunity of going through that situation and seeing firsthand how it didn't end up being what we wanted it to be, like what I'm trying to say is, let's say everything worked out with this person, like on the first level, like they were open to the relationship or something like that, they did reciprocate. I'm just trying to tell you that that would have led to pain because this person is not on the level of your highest good and would not have actually brought you that fulfillment. And so the reason why it didn't work out is because it wasn't meant to work out, because it wouldn't have been what you really wanted. And you could have gone through that experience, but thank God we don't have to go through those experiences, because it would just bring more pain. And this situation is actually less painful than the situation would have been of getting more caught up with this person. And so there's a need to understand that if something didn't go your way, it wasn't because you did something wrong, or it wasn't because you didn't deserve the outcome that you wanted. It's because it wasn't actually where your treasure was. You know, we thought this was where the treasure was, but it wasn't. Okay. And sometimes that can happen to us when we must manifest from a place of putting the intention out there and being very tapped into what we want, but not being so specific with what it's going to look like. Because a lot of times what the manifestation ends up being is something much different, but much greater, and brings so much more than what we even thought, you know? And so we are limited in our minds, and we project onto people things that are not true, you know? And so I feel like this is a situation where this person, you may have given this person credit or value that really was a projection and not really true. Okay. I hope that makes sense. But everyone does this, and it's just a lesson in that. But you're not meant to beat yourself up over the situation or feel like it was not in alignment with you, okay? Let's get some more for pile 3. And maybe there was this hope of this person changing, right? Like maybe you did see their flaws, or maybe you did see what was wrong, but you thought if you kept staying dedicated or you kept pouring love in this person that they would change. But Spirit's saying that isn't the happiest path for you. We have miracle here in reverse. The signs are with you and the natural world needs you. Yeah. So what I'm getting from this is it's like you're waiting on a miracle for this person, but you're not understanding that the true miracle that you want is not here. Like this person doesn't have a miracle to offer you. And I feel like you may see this situation as turning around and it being this miracle into your life and bringing you so much happiness, right? It's like you want this change of tide in the situation where this person comes through with a knight in shining armor and is this miracle. And you feel like if this person only could give you the love, then that would be where your happiness is. But Spirit's saying this is not the case. The miracle is elsewhere. And I feel like there's situations that much more need you than this person, and you have such a bigger purpose than this situation, and you are much bigger than this. And with the signs are with you already, I feel like Spirit's saying that you have been getting guidance to walk away from this, and there is a need to follow that guidance because you're getting it, you know, and it is real. And so if a part of you hasn't been sure if Spirit's been trying to guide you towards this connection or away from it, I'm getting the message that if you've been confused about that, Spirit is trying to guide you away from this situation because there's something better for you. And they're waiting to give you this miracle until you kind of are able to, you have to heal a little bit from the situation. Then they can kind of help you out with some more miracles, okay? The Spirit's saying you don't have to fight this hard for your blessings. And if a blessing isn't coming through, it's because it wasn't meant for you. It wasn't what was, it's not that it wasn't meant for you. It's not that it wasn't a blessing in the first place, is what I'm trying to say. With this, all that glitters, it wasn't the blessing you thought it was, this situation. I gotta get a sip of water. Okay, I'm feeling called to get this pile, if I can find it. Where did I put this in? I just want to pull a Work Your Light Oracle card because I feel like this would be a good addition to this reading. So I just want to see what Spirit would have to say from this deck. What message does pile 3 need to hear right now? Take a break. Sorry. Life is a season, not a take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Yeah, and then boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? I feel like you have been so drained by the situation, and I just feel like I just want to give you a hug and tell you have done everything you can possibly do for this situation. There's nothing else to do. There's no need to blame yourself. There's no need to feel like there's more to do in this situation. It's time to heal. It is time to take time to heal, and you didn't fail. Trust me, there's better things coming for you. There's bigger shifts coming for you. I feel like in your career, in this love situation, so much is going to change, but there's a need to not beat yourself up over the situation or feel like it's up to you. It's like, no, Spirit's just trying to redirect you in a new direction is what I'm picking up on. All right. Now I'm going to get you some Love Yourself Oracle cards. I've been loving these cards, by the way. Like, I've just been giving them a shout out because I just love them so much. It's the Self-Forgiveness Oracle deck, Love Yourself Edition. I also have the Ego one. I also have 2 others because I like bought one and I just, you guys, when it comes to tarot cards, I kid you not, it's a real addiction. Like, I love the addiction. Like, I have no problem with it. It's something that brings me a lot of joy, buying tarot decks and things like that. But, you know, once I start, it's like I really cannot stop myself from getting more. So anyways, let's continue with the reading. So for pile 3, what does pile 3 really need to hear about this situation? Okay, I forgive myself for not sharing what I believe is true out of fear of how it may be perceived for it. I choose to believe that my opinion is valuable and the exploration of multiple perspectives allows for a collective experience of greater clarity and fulfillment. So you may have also felt like you had to be a different version of yourself for this, or you may have never even expressed, you know what, you may have even been struggling with this because I don't know if you've ever expressed to this person how much they've hurt you. Maybe you have, but maybe for some time you didn't. Let's get some more for pile 3. What does pile 3 most need to hear? Oh my gosh, it says, I forgive myself for not speaking up about what I think and how I feel when I had the chance. Are you maybe, wow, there's really a feeling here that you may be feeling stuck in the past about this because you wish you had gone about things differently, or you wish you would have said things differently. You may have felt like you lost an opportunity, or it's your fault that you lost an opportunity. But it says, I choose to believe that the discomfort created by not having taken initiative then is the growth factor that has allowed me to garner the strength and courage to speak my truth today. Yes. So forgive yourself for whatever you perceive you did wrong here. Okay. Because next time you won't make the same mistake. And that's the beauty of life and learning and forgiveness and everything. I forgive myself for choosing instant gratification over long-term fulfillment. I choose to believe that it is in those pauses between relieving experiences that I am able to find internal validation that allows me to reach the experience of greater fulfillment. And Spirit's saying you may keep going back to this because you want to get this hit of like dopamine from the situation, or it's like there's almost this energy of needing to see that in the long term, you're going to be so much happier when you're out of the situation. And you may be chasing still like small moments with this person, but there's a need to understand that it's time to take a break, okay? It's really a time to put like yourself first and to take a break from worrying about the situation, thinking about it, understand that it's going to be worth it in the long run. It says, I forgive myself for believing that what others have said is right over what I have felt to be true. I choose to believe that every individual has their own valid, unique strength. And when I focus on cultivating greater trust in myself, my inner knowing strengthens. You want to know what's coming through? Almost like a narcissistic relationship too. Like for some of you guys, you may have been caught up with a narcissistic person and you may be in this stage of like blaming yourself for it. But like that's not the case. So if someone really made you feel with this 5 of Swords here, this person may have said bad things to you or made you really question yourself. This person may have really made you question yourself is what I'm getting, and question your own thoughts and question who you are. And I just feel like this person, I'm just getting this person may have been really invalidating for you. And you may have you may still be wishing that you had said certain things, or it's like you're still stuck in this situation because you may be wanting to fix it, or you want to make sure that this person understood what you meant. But there's this energy of this person that they were never trying to understand you. They were never trying to respect your point of view, understand you. So in the future, if people are like that, there's a need to push those people away. It says, I forgive myself for walking back attempts to communicate my desires. Oh my gosh, when met with resistance. I choose to believe that there's always room for varying perspectives. And I'm like, my heart is breaking for you guys. That there's always room for varying perspectives, and resistance is a natural component of growth. I feel like you've taken on so much of the blame for this connection and what's gone wrong. Excuse me, whoever literally has been like causing you to, I feel like this person has literally made you doubt yourself. Doubt your own mind, doubt your own intuition, doubt your own guidance. Okay, so this is even worse than what I kind of even imagined at the beginning. Sorry, not to like be crazier and make it more dramatic, but I am getting that someone really silenced your voice, okay? And you may have really seen this person as someone different than they were, okay? And I feel like Spirit is saying, like, there's so much healing and rest that needs to happen. You guys, I really recommend that you look up, like, narcissistic abuse, how to heal from that, how to make yourself safe from that situation. But Spirit is saying you're in a really vulnerable place right now, because I feel like you've just come out of a very narcissistic relationship is what I'm kind of getting. Yeah, where they undergave to you. I guess I wish I would have understood the situation better when I said it in the first place, but I try my best. But anyways, this situation, you deserve to heal from this. You deserve to take time for yourself. You're worth so much more than pouring your energy into this type of a relationship. And yeah, and you just feel like now you can't even trust yourself, or there's a lot of self-doubt, but Spirit's saying, just be consistent in moving forward. Just keep moving forward, and you're going to find yourself in a much better place in this relationship. But I just feel like this person's really caused you to feel like everything's your fault, feel like what you think isn't right. And I think this has really taken a toll on you. And I just want to tell you, like, there's a path in front of you of healing, but it's going to be so good when you're away from the situation and you're healing from it. And you understand that the situation was never a blessing for you, and there's no need to feel guilty. This person may manipulate you into feeling guilty or doubting yourself. And I just feel like Spirit's saying, you're going to heal this, okay? So take the time that you need, okay? For the situation. Yeah, you guys, I feel for you guys so much, pile 3, and I hope you're doing what you can do for self-care right now. And I hope that if you are around a person, if you're still around this person, that, you know, if this person is going to become abusive, like verbally or whatever, emotionally, like when you try to like stand up for your point of view, those types of people, unfortunately, the types of people we just have to put in boundaries with, and we have to distance ourselves from, because they're just going to continue to take a toll on you, you know? Yeah, this person made you doubt yourself, but know that you are very valid, that you never deserve to feel this way. And please do prioritize yourself right now in your healing and stepping away from this, regardless of how much you've put into it already. There's a better path for you and a better life experience you will be having after this connection, okay? Send you guys so much love, and I'm really wishing you guys the best. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and also if you can like this video, that is very supportive, and comment and subscribe. Okay, bye guys.